Hey guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. It's Tuesday, January 18th, 2011, and as you can see, I finished the 9 patch. Not only is it completely quilted, but the binding is done, and I did a scrappy binding, so the binding is different all the way around. I'm outside today because this quilt is huge. I will put a picture in so you can see just how completely enormous it is. It's made to fit on my king-size bed. And a little background on this in case you missed it when I talked about these blocks last year. Probably February of last year, maybe January. Could have actually been the holidays of 2009. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to go back and look. It's my neighbor's dog. He never stops barking. Apologize for that ahead of time. My mom found a box, an old JCPenney shoebox in a closet, and it was full of these 9 patches, and I'd completely forgotten about them until she pulled them out and showed me, and then I remembered what they were when my grandmother would have us kids over when we were younger, myself and the cousins. If she needed busy work for us, she would have us piece 9 patches, and I didn't actually know what we were doing. I just knew we were sewing. I didn't know it had anything to do with quilting or anything like that. So I probably started piecing when I was 4 or 5 years old, and I had no idea. So that's really good for my quilting cred, huh? Anyway, so my mom gave me these. I took them home. I took them to retreat with me. A few of them had been pieced in rows, and the rows kind of did this. So I took all the rows apart, and it was only about 2 or 3 rows. So I took the rows apart, squared up all the blocks, and then my friend Osi suggested floating them in muslin since the blocks are all so very different. And so I did that, and I have a king-size quilt. I've literally been working on this for, since March of last year, off and on. This is my UFO challenge for Talk to Me Tuesday. It is complete. So I'm very excited, you guys. I hope you can hear me because of all the noise. We're gonna go ahead and move inside and finish just because, wow. We're back in the relative quiet of my sewing room. Oh my gosh, those dogs out there were going nuts, and then one of the neighbors started using a saw, so that totally threw out all my plans to record outside today. So anyway, I was talking about my 9 patch, and I just wanted to show you how I quilted it. I did them all individually because a lot of these were hand pieced. Most of them were. There were a few that were machine pieced, but most of them were hand pieced, and a lot of the stitching was really fragile, so I quilted on top of there so that when I washed it, which I already have, it wouldn't come apart. So you can see the back, how it's not quite square. That's why I ended up doing them all individually. And the binding is different all the way around. It changes as you go. And I think I have a text message from HP5 Freak. Let's have a look. So 9 patches done. I'm very excited. I'm probably not going to put it on my bed until Thursday because I want to show my bee on Thursday, my finished product. And once I get it on the bed, I'll take a picture of it on the bed. But for now, here's a picture of it hanging on the fence outside. We finally had a little sun today, and it rained all weekend long. So we had a little sun today, and I was able to hang up my quilt so you can see it. And you can see just how huge it is. This is the same spot on the fence that I hang all of my quilts, and it's enormous. So I'm really, really excited about it. Mom, I hope you liked what I did with these blocks. You'll have to let me know. This one's going to stay at my house. The other thing, very exciting, and I'm sure you guys have heard about it enough, but here it comes. Project of Doom started last week. Very first block was posted. If you haven't done it yet and you want it to be a mystery, fast forward right here. I'll put a little pop-up that'll show you how far to fast forward because I'm going to show you last week's block. Project of Doom started last week, and this was the very first block, as you can see, and it is a block of the week. There is a theme, which I'm sure you figured out by now. There are 30 blocks. 20 of them have something in them that is not a book. So that will give you something to look forward to. It is inspired by a mural that I did, which many of you have already seen, but it is not exactly the same as that mural. It's actually quite different than the mural. The mural just got the idea started, and then the rest of it was inspired by past paper piece blocks that I had designed and other things that I really wanted to see in a quilt of this nature. So I really hope that if you haven't joined in, that you will, if you are interested in Harry Potter and you like to quilt, because I think everyone that is participating is having a really good time. There's some conversation going on over at the Flickr group about the Project of Doom. So if you haven't joined the Flickr group yet, go ahead and join up. You can post your picture directly to there, and then I will grab it from there and put it on HP paper piecing on Tuesdays when I do the Tuesday photo post. And you guys chat it up, enjoy it. This is so fun. It's a block of the week. It's a little bit mystery quilt, but mostly it's a quilt along, I think. I hadn't thought of calling it that, but with the participation rate that we've got right now, I think it really is a quilt along. Everybody's doing this together, and there's so many people that I know from the quilting world that have come out, and people that I haven't heard from in a long time that I know through Harry Potter are coming out and working on the Project Doom. So very, very exciting. I really want to thank Jose for giving me a shout out on Harry Potter Crafts, which I know a lot of you guys from there because I was a moderator there for several years, and I really appreciate you, Jose, saying something about the project, because it definitely is a block of the week. It's definitely a way to get your craft back on. It's definitely a way to give you something to work on every single week and kind of keep that mojo going. And with so many people participating, I think that'll really help keep us all going. There will be a new pattern posted tomorrow and every Wednesday until probably, if my calendar tells me correctly, beginning of August. If I miss any days during the block of the week, which I don't plan to, but if I get sick or I had to go out of town or whatever, if I miss any days, then it might be a little later. But as it is, by the end of August, you should have a completed quilt top, and that includes sashing and everything. So if you ever wanted to make a Harry Potter quilt and you wanted to make a whole Harry Potter quilt, but you didn't want to have to do the layout, you didn't want to have to pick the blocks, and you want to make it and you want to have fun and you want to piece in a real group atmosphere, this is definitely a good project for you to consider. Also, I have an introductory to paper piecing class this Saturday at the Honeybee Quilt Store. I think it's Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. It's this Saturday, Honeybee Quilt Store, 1:30 to 4:30. And if it's not Saturday, I'll put a pop-up that says I was wrong. But I'm almost 100% positive it's Saturday. So, introduction to paper piecing. If you need to learn and you're in Austin, I will be teaching this weekend. So, go by the store, or you can sign up on the website, honeybeequiltstore.com. I got some really awesome mail this week. When Clumsy Cord did her drawing not long ago, I was one of the lucky winners. My name actually tried to come out of the hat more than once, but I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, I was one of the lucky winners, and I won a set of Fat Eights of Heather Ross fabric, and it's all mermaids and fish and just gorgeous, scrumptious. It's all a line from Free Spirit. It's just beautiful. I have a couple of ideas for it, but I'm gonna let it sit on the back burner. And she also sent me an owl. I'm sure I can find something to do with this. So very awesome. Thank you, Clumsy Cord. Love it all. Gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. I have a little bit of stuff that I recorded on Friday before I went to Linus Saturday. I finished up some of my Linus blankets, and I really wanted to show those off. Hey guys, it's Friday night. The rest of my family's downstairs watching TV, and I want to hurry up and finish this up because we always do pizza and movies and stuff on Friday nights. So really fast, I have Linus tomorrow, and I wanted you guys to see what I was turning in tomorrow, because one of my goals for this year is to show off the blankets that I donate to Linus more. And usually what happens is that I'm almost finished with them by Tuesday when I record, and then I don't quite get them done to show you on Tuesday because I usually have 3 or 4 things going on at one time. But I'm done for tomorrow, and I want to show you guys what I'm turning in tomorrow. So I finished the gingerbread quilt. So it's done. I quilted this way I have a wavy stitch on my machine, so I did wavy stitch on the grid, and then on all of the blank The red squares, I did just an X, like, you know, and I did like long stitching. I didn't do the squares individually, so that's all done. And it has a plaid on the back. I also finished the crochet afghan, so it's all done. And you can see it's got the same stitch all the way around. So it's done. And this is a large baby size. And the gingerbread man's middle size. We give blankets, the Linus Connection gives blankets to every aged baby from preemie all the way up through teenagers. So we need all sizes. This one I'm really excited about. This was actually Jules 68's idea. I have a skip stitch, which is a rotary blade that looks like this. You can find these only on skipstitch.com. They're specifically made. This one's made for fleece. And what we were talking about was taking scraps of fleece and cutting out squares and using the skip stitch all the way around. And originally I had thought I would crochet all the way around those pieces and then crochet those together. But what I ended up doing was I cut out 12.5-inch squares because that's my biggest square. And then I used the skip stitch all the way around about 1/4 inch in. And then I crocheted all those blocks together. And I'm really excited to show you guys this because it was really fast. It took me about 45 minutes. So this took me like 45 minutes. And you can see it's really nice and square. It's a good size. It's probably like, you know, an elementary school size blanket. And these were all scraps that I had in my stash. And I just crocheted these together using the holes cut by the skip stitch. And the skip stitch cuts really nice even holes. So as you crochet around, you get a really nice even stitch. And tack it is, of course, here in my lap because I'm sitting down. Hi. What are you doing? Yeah? You hanging out? I'm about to get a kiss. Is that what's going on? What's up? You know you're famous? You gonna purr? You're purring really loud. Yeah? Alright, there you go. He likes for me to cross my legs so he can lay in the crook of my leg, which is what that was all about. I'll show you guys. Cat. That's going to be it for me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.